and welcome to Tracy from Golf Mind Play. This is another 2-minute tip. What I'd like to focus on today is a concept called switch on and switch off. This is about getting your brain ready to actually play your shot. We spend 4 hours or thereabouts, 4.5 hours on the golf course playing. We don't want to continue to concentrate and focus for the entire 4 hours. Otherwise, we would be absolutely mentally exhausted. So what we need to be able to do is to actually switch on and switch off. A little bit like flicking a switch on a light. Switching on and switching off your thought processes. So I'm going to give you a tip today on an easy way to do that. What I'd like you to do is this. When you walk onto the tee, pull your glove on, and as you pull the Velcro down onto your glove and you hear that Velcro sound, consider that your switch on moment. That's when you need to be actually concentrating, focusing on the shot, the here and now that you are, right here, right now, on this tee, about to take this shot. You focus on your target down on the fairway, you stand over the ball, you take your practice swing, and you get yourself in the right place to hit the ball right here, right now. You take your shot, and then when you finish, you give yourself a very short second or two of feedback, and then you unvelcro your glove. Now when you unvelcro your glove, it makes a sound. That audible sound is going to be the key for your brain to actually switch off. What you want to do now is to walk away from the tee with no thoughts of that previous shot. Don't think about that, that's gone, it's in the past. Think about the day, the weather, the conversation with your friends, and just enjoy your walk down the fairway towards your next shot. It's not until you get about 10 metres or so in front of you or behind your ball that you actually want to start to move into the switch on zone. So as you walk towards your ball, and you're about 5-10 metres away, pull your glove back on if you've taken it off, or just pull the Velcro back and snap the Velcro down. That sound now is for your brain to switch back on again and get into that thinking, hitting zone. I want you then to be able to spend just the next 10, 15, 20 seconds thinking about the shot, thinking about the weather, the wind, the lie of the ball, the club that you're going to take, and finding that position down the fairway where you want the ball to go. Once you've done that, you stand over your ball and go through your normal pre-shot routine. Once you've completed that, you then unzip or unclip your glove, and that once again is your brain signal to actually switch off. Now in the next few minutes as you walk down the fairway, you relax, you enjoy, you banter with your friends, have an enjoyable stroll or walk down the fairway until you get to the next shot. And then once again you switch on. And using that signal of pulling your Velcro down is a great way to remind your brain that now is the time to switch on. I can imagine that many of you have, as I have, stood over a ball, hit it, and then suddenly realised that in actual fact you weren't looking at the ball, you actually weren't even thinking about hitting the ball. So remember, the switch on, switch off concept is a great one to help you improve your golf. So go out there and have a great day, enjoy your golf, have fun, and I'll speak to you soon.